Now, I'm not sure if I'm speaking on behalf of just myself here, but when we get a new driver release, I'm like, great. Then I hear about the irons that are coming with it with the same name as the driver, and I'm like, don't care, no. Quite funny, really. It reminds me of a certain scenario, you know, where you've got that weird friend that you don't really like. They're very strange. You've promised your parents you'll look after them because they've got no other friends. I wouldn't really know, though. It's not something that's happened to me. We don't have to take Al this time, do we? We don't really like him. He's pretty odd. You promised me you'd look after him. He's got no other friends. Well, let's just forget all that. Because today's iron is, well, anything but a filler. I'm standing here right now and saying these are by far the best looking game improvement irons that I've ever seen. This is the new Callaway ELYTE iron. In this new range, we've got the ELYTE iron, we've got the ELYTE X, and we've also got the ELYTE HL. It's a very, very impressive range of irons by Callaway this year. We're going to be testing them all on this channel amongst all the other 2025 products, so make sure you hit that subscribe button. So let's get into looks first of all, because I made it pretty abundantly clear at the start of the video how much I like this. Stunning. Award for best head transplant goes to the ELYTE irons, because wow, what a glow up. Somehow we've gone from Nanny McPhee to Kate Beckinsale overnight. Hats off to Callaway for that, because it's not easy to make a game improvement iron look nice. They're usually chunky. Looks aren't really that important, but it's nice to have them. I'm not saying I prepared for the worst with the visuals of these irons, but I did have some iron covers in the basket of Amazon ready, just one click away, Apple Pay. Seriously though, did I say about the visuals? Now, it was a while ago when I hit these, so I can't remember what the offset looks like, and I'm hoping there isn't any, or very little. Not that these irons are trying to impress me at all, but, oh, thank you! Yeah, it really does just tick all the boxes, this thing. It's just absolutely stunning. Perfect head shape, pretty large. Thin top line. Yeah, I know. And then an offset that, again, I don't think necessarily every high handicapper, beginner golfer wants to see a huge offset, because I think naturally that is quite off-putting. But visually, just looking at this, I could stick these in the bag right now and know I'm going to get help, but I'm not going to get offended by visuals. So yeah, I'm looking forward to hitting this again. It's going to be nice because, I mean, we're in Spain. It was a few months back and it was a proper head turner on the range. It seemed to deliver everything. Sound, visuals, great flight window, enough spin considering it is a game improvement iron. Apart from that, it was terrible. 6,000 RPM, very good modern spin on a 7 iron, strong loft, but we're still getting that spin rate, and obviously that is then offset with peak and landing angle. Not very slow out the gates actually either. Nice to see we're not getting crazy 200 yarders, you know. This is, I mean, it's always wonderful. I could probably get 210 if I wanted to out of this, but this is not the point of it, you know. Spin is our friend, we still need it. So what makes this iron, as it's so self-proclaimed, elite? We've got an all-new speed frame construction, which has not only allowed Callaway to harness more ball speed, it also works as a dampener thanks to Callaway being able to stuff in 20% more urethane microspheres. The bubbles are back. If you think it's just the woods again this year that have had the artificial intelligence treatment, no. This iron also does have an AI 10 times face along with the X and the HL, all optimized for that specific model to suit that particular golfer, improving speed, forgiveness and optimal launch. Add a tri-sole design to the cauldron and you've got some pretty spec'd up irons here. I do really like that they focus a bit of attention on sole, because obviously we know that's focused a lot of towards the better player, the tour player, but game improvement also we need assistance through the turf as well, so helps us with turf interaction. As we know, having that sharper leading edge allows us to cut through the turf and maintain velocity through it rather than slowing down with like a blunt spoon trying to cut through bread. Wouldn't know, I don't eat bread. What? I don't! So we've got the full set here. I'm going to hit the 7 iron for this test, but I'm really keen to take this entire set out on the course. If you want to see that, please hit the thumbs up. Bit blocky, but that's all me. It's such a wonderful sound. It's powerful, but it's not clunky. Obviously, that's always a concern with game improvement. It's Yeah, sorry, just stick a bit of metal on this stick and they'll be all right. But there's a lot of thought, a lot of technology in this iron. I thought mint. Bit more right to left. Ball speed's insane. Club face control is all my doing at the moment. Kind of in between two shots. That's better though. 135 ball. Yeah, this is, I mean, full chatter, injuryless. We are looking 140 ball speed 7 irons, which you're probably saying, what's that going to do with the price of fish? Well, I like to think if I can see improvements in ball speed, increases in ball speed, majority of us will. So that's the angle. Yeah, that was launched. 136, 198 carry 206. So looking at this from a full set perspective, 4 iron all the way to pitching wedge, it blends beautifully. Progressive offset, progressive top lines. It's just a lovely shaping. The 4 iron's quite aggressive, quite sharp. Still looks like a decent amount of loft. So the pitching wedge, which is shaped lovely, very, very big frame around the ball. Looks like I'm going to get a lot of spin. So the next part I would say to you, just take with a pinch of salt. I think modern lofts with game improvement irons, we've just got to accept. 7 iron is in fact 29 degrees. So the all-important pricing, it's $900 US for a 6-piece set. Pre-order is available from the 17th of January, but the release isn't until the 21st of Feb. I know I've said it already, the frame around the ball is just perfect. Somebody knows what they're doing designing this, tell you that. I think this is going to appeal to a greater, having hit this now and looking at these numbers, there is definitely a bigger, broader audience. It's not necessarily going to be just that game improvement. If you're mid-handicapper, you've got no issue with your spin, you know, this is going to help you. So it felt a bit right and stuck. So I don't usually go quiet, do I, hitting shots, but I'm genuinely enjoying this. It is, it's a pleasure to hit, it really is. Even though the swing's like fettuccine today, you know it's in there. The potential is there despite my mosaic. Who would have thought that you'd be tuning into a free fireworks display? It's not that bad. It's quite consistent actually with what I'm working on, that little flip, and I think if anything this is going to have a bit of a draw bias, if any sort of bias in this iron, so that's my excuse anyway. But numbers wise, extremely solid. Again, I'm so happy to not see like a 205, a 210 carry average. This is a mid fives. I think we had a couple of drop turf before balls, which is going to knock that down. I think the last one was very low. I think that's, you know, with that drop point removed, it's mid fives. Again, offsetted by, it is such a high launching club. We know this is the modern way now, I don't need to explain that again. Obviously with slightly stronger lofts, we can still achieve that peak height and steep descent, but such an all-rounder, I feel. This is, like I said earlier, I don't think this is necessarily just targeting, don't just overlook this iron because it's got that game improvement label. I feel this definitely could be brought into, I mean, who's saying that you know, single figure handicapper, you just need a bit more distance and help. I've said this before, I don't like labelling handicaps to golf clubs. This is great. This is a great golf club. So yes, the new Callaway ELYTE, pulling on heartstrings, one would say. Very, very impressed with this iron. Guys, thank you as always for watching. Please consider hitting the subscribe button and the bell notification. We've got all the future reviews coming up. We're going to do some comparisons with this iron as well, get it out on the golf course, and I'll see you very soon.